It's time to stand up and take back our country.
Truckers protesting in Winnipeg set up roadblocks and shut down access to the main entrance of the Manitoba Legislature building Friday morning. The convoy protest being coordinated with similar actions unfolding in Ottawa and across the country. Supporters and an estimated 70 semi-truck drivers held signs and honked horns traveling up and down Broadway Street in downtown Winnipeg, protesting COVID-19 vaccine mandates and health restrictions.
If the government doesn't want to listen, I think it could get a lot worse. What I don't want to see is a civil war, but I can see it coming.
Rick FRIESEN is standing in solidarity with the trucker convoy and described the energy at today's protest as positive. Police Chief Danny Smythe says officers have been in contact with protest organizers, and so far there have been no complaints or altercations of violence reported.
At this time, the organizers have been quite cooperative with the police, and we are coexisting there, and they are facilitating their protest peacefully at this point.
You know, what we're hoping for is a peaceful demonstration. They get their point across, and then they pack up and go home. What we're not looking for is the same situation that happened in Ottawa.
Deputy Mayor Marcus Chambers says the city supports everyone's right to protest. However, honking horns all night and building structures to occupy downtown Winnipeg, as seen in Ottawa, isn't okay. Jay Shaw, Assistant Chief of the Winnipeg Fire Paramedic Service, says transit has had to reroute buses in the area and advises drivers to avoid the area if possible. Shaw says the protests have not disrupted emergency services.
I can advise that we are not seeing any impacts at this time on responses for emergency vehicles, such as fire apparatus or ambulances.
In response to the trucker protest, Premier Heather Stephenson says our government respects the right to a peaceful protest. However, protesters must also respect the rights of others. Meanwhile, the NDP leadership says they condemn the convoy and are calling on the Premier to do the same. Winnipeg Mayor Brian Bowman says local businesses in the area have experienced disruptions, and he is encouraging people on both sides of the protest to remain calm.
We just want to ensure that there is calm right now, that we recognize the lawful ability for peaceful protest, but also that those temporary disruptions shouldn't be prolonged.
In Winnipeg, Mark Neufeld, City News.